and welcome to episode 3 of What the Heck is Allbound? I am Diana from the Rev Partners team, where we are operationalizing Allbound plays through HubSpot and Clay.
Well, I remember those.
So if you've been following along, we've already talked about how Allbound fits within our revenue strategy, why Allbound is important, and all of the different inbound and outbound pieces that go into an Allbound strategy. Today, we're going to talk about how to bring all of those different pieces down to earth. And when I say earth, I really mean HubSpot.
It's a wonderful place to live.
So what does it look like to actually orchestrate Allbound? The first thing we have to keep in mind is that ownership of the different prospect, and when I say prospect, I really mean target accounts, is particularly important.
So then why?
Because we want to make sure that we have a clear line of ownership of who owns a particular company, depending on that company's fit and behavior. Behavior meaning intent or signals.
I like where this is going.
Okay, so let's dig into it. What do I mean by orchestrating Allbound? Allbound takes into account inbound activities and external signals in order to be able to create a prioritization of the target accounts that you're going after from a prospecting point of view. This is going to apply specifically if you have business development or SDR teams, which we're now going to start calling XDR teams, because we're really migrating from a point of view where BDR teams or prospecting teams are going out there and looking for companies and looking for contacts and having a lot of different tech stack to be able to do research, or even going to LinkedIn and the company's website to be able to understand if these companies and prospects are a good fit. We're going to be moving away from that and moving into a scenario where prospecting teams actually have portfolios, tasks, and reminders to let them know which ones out of the target accounts that they are currently holding within their portfolio are actually more sales ready.
Okay, who's ready?
So what does it actually look like? The way that we have orchestrated Allbound activities through HubSpot is based on 3 foundational layers. It's going to be the database enrichment, which we've talked about in our previous conversation. It's going to take into account a scoring model that feeds in contact information as well as company information. That's all firmographic, demographic, deep research information, as well as actual intent signals based on your brand interactions. And that scoring mechanism then feeds into a target account tiering model. This is a little bit of what it looks like. Our target account management layer has 4 specific tiers, and those tiers help us understand whether these companies have a higher intent, a middle intent, or a lower intent. Tier 1 accounts are meant to be high intent accounts where your XDRs are going to be owning the relationship. They are going to be the ones assigned this high tiered accounts, going in, doing their own research and information based on all of the data that we've already sourced for them within HubSpot. They're going to be the ones manually reaching out or using the sequences that we have available to be able to do the outreach. They're going to identify the different buyer personas that they're going to reach out to based on specific messaging. So one for decision makers versus one for champions versus others for influencers. And they're also going to be doing any type of cold calling, LinkedIn interactions, etc.
Oh, high level stuff.
Tier 2 is going to be the bridge between marketing ownership and XDR ownership. Those tier 2 accounts are going to be the ones that are going to be warm intent. There is some level of intent, but maybe there's not too much, or maybe this company or buyer persona is not particularly qualified. And so the companies that fall under tier 2 accounts are going to be the ones that are going to get those automated messages. This is where we're using automated outbound campaigns, when we're doing automated LinkedIn interactions, connections, emails, etc. And the XDRs are really not going to have to take any action whatsoever unless that person particularly replies and they start a conversation to be able to book a meeting.
Is a real relationship with a real person.
Tier 3 and Tier 4 are going to be marketing owned. We're still going to be doing some outbounding, but mostly a lot of nurturing, re-engagement, newsletters, that sort of thing. And Tier 4 specifically are going to be the ones that are disqualified from a targeting account point of view, meaning they probably do have a good fit score when it comes to ICP and buyer personas, but potentially don't have enough intent or sales readiness to be able to push them further up the funnel. This is the framework and the structure that we're using to create clear lines of ownership and identify who needs to go after each one of the segments and how.
There are many different approaches here.
I hope this is helpful. We're actually going to be talking about this in a brand new webinar Wednesday 27th at 12 p.m. Eastern, so join us to get the details on exactly how we're doing this. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. That's it. I'm not doing anything else.